Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the Just Something podcast, where we discuss a little something about anything. Today, we're joined by ex-professional and semi-professional footballer Tom Reilly. How you doing, buddy? How you doing?
Welcome, bro. Welcome.
Thanks for
How you
having me,
doing?
boys. Thanks.
Of course,
Yes.
of course.
How are we?
Yeah, not bad. You know, are you? You okay?
Very well, man. Very
Yeah.
well. Same old, obviously. Man, obviously we're both Liverpool fans. So how are you
Yeah.
feeling about the
Oh,
title win, man?
I'm over the moon. Over the moon.
Yeah.
To be honest, the first time since I've been in Australia, I
Yeah.
wish I was back home.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
my dad went to game, and I used to go to the match with my dad. So
Mm.
I made up, but it was hard to watch as well
Yeah,
being
yeah.
here. But yeah, I'm delighted we won it.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
True,
What are
man.
you saying, bro? How you been?
Yeah, been good, man. I'm actually excited for this one, man. Former
Yeah.
Liverpool Academy player right here we have. So,
Yeah.
you guys will be getting a lot of insights to how the process goes with that, how he ended up coming here, and the process through all of that in England with
100%.
football, man.
100%. Make sure you guys follow us. Make sure you guys follow us on our socials. Link in the bio. Shout out obviously Tommy's socials in the description
Of
as
course,
well.
man.
Definitely, man.
Show
So
him some
yeah,
love, for sure.
100%. Show 'em some love, man, for sure.
Thanks, boys.
course,
Just yeah, first and foremost, like, tell us where it all started for you. How was your journey coming up in the
Yeah,
scene?
man.
Obviously in England and all around
Yeah.
Europe as well.
Yeah, the struggles
And
and all that, man.
Yeah, man. Just tell us where it all started for you. Like, how did
Well,
it all happen?
since I can remember, really, we've played football. Obviously, where I'm from, everyone plays football and boxing, really. So
Yeah,
you either do
Boxing?
one or the other or both. So
Yeah.
my dad played football. He played for Everton till he was
Oh, wow.
21, 22.
Mhm.
So basically, since I can remember, I've played football and
Mhm.
started off playing for my local team, Dynamo Rangers,
Wow.
all red kit.
Yeah.
I always remember playing. I was 5 or 6 playing for the under sevens. And
Okay.
we had a tournament one day at Blackburn.
Oh
at
wow.
Brockhall training ground, and always remember we went there on a minibus, done well in a tournament and got picked up by Blackburn on the day at 5, 6 years old.
Mm.
And from that moment, really, I was till maybe a year or two ago, I was always in, the professional or the academy system, really. So yeah, from the age of 6 to about 8 or 9, I was at Blackburn and Liverpool. So at 5 and 6, you can't sign a contract, so you're allowed to play for other clubs. And then at 8 or 9, you sign your first contract at a club, and I chose Liverpool, basically.
Yes.
I was
Good
there
man.
for a couple of years.
Yeah. How was that over there?
To be honest, yeah, great years. To say that I played for the club I love.
Yeah.
Obviously, when they played in the Champions League final in 07,
Mhm.
before we went into Melwood.
Yeah.
Met the players, Crouch,
Wow.
Raffair,
Oh, wow.
Gerrard,
Yeah,
Alonso. Met the team before they went, so that sticks with me.
Mhm.
But yeah, I probably, looking back, I mean, I was only a kid, but
Yeah.
probably should have stayed at Blackburn, really.
Okay.
Still a massive club, but slightly smaller.
Yeah.
You
For
know.
development and
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
100%,
yeah.
yeah, I agree with that,
You know,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
just another number at Liverpool.
Of course.
100%.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
Yeah, and a couple of lads in the Blackburn side from when we were kids went on to play, is now playing for Blackburn first
Oh, wow.
team.
There we go.
But yes, no, so they were great memories. And then
Yeah.
from the age of about 10, I
Mhm.
signed for Preston, North End.
Okay.
Mm.
And then I
Beautiful.
was there till 15.
Yeah.
So yeah, I played most of me teenage years at
Mm.
Preston.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Um,
Their league, I think they're third tier, aren't they?
Championship.
Oh, the championship, are they? Yeah, yeah.
Or mid-table championship team, solid side,
Yeah.
great setup, great club.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I spent my best years there really as a kid and
Mhm.
as a teenager growing up through school.
Yeah.
And then at 15 we got new coaches came in from Shrewsbury. I always remember him, Stuart Delaney.
Okay. Become Stuart
Um,
Delaney.
Yeah,
No good?
he didn't fancy me, no. So
Oh, is it? Oh,
basically,
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't big him up.
Maybe
Yeah,
take
maybe we should
away
not
that
big
big
him up.
up.
But
Maybe just keep him on the
So,
side.
yeah,
but-
keep him on the side. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, he came in, changed the style of play, things like that. Didn't
Okay.
favour me.
Mhm.
Got released, and then
You got released, man.
yeah, at 15, and then which was tough to take, in school. You play the football, everyone thinks, oh, he plays this, that, and I felt you feel like your dream's over, really, it's
Mm.
shattered. But then, so I had a few months playing back with my local team with the lads, and
Yep.
played for my district,
Okay.
Lancashire trials and things like that. And
Yep.
then went into Accrington then about a season, about 15 and a half, 16.
Yep.
One season there, and then when you leave school in England, it's different to over here. So at 16,
16, you go on, yeah.
you leave school and you're either you go to college, you get an apprenticeship, or in football, you sign a contract to go full time,
Yeah.
which is what I did. I got a full time contract at Accrington,
Wow.
which then allows, so from 16 to 18, you're under a 2-year contract,
Mm-hmm.
and you train at the club every day, twice a day, like Monday to Friday, play Saturday. And you
Wow.
have to go to college 1 day a week.
Okay.
So yeah, so then that's the main aim. So you're through teenage years. That's the first step, basically, getting your YTS or your scholarship at a club, which is what I got. And
Love
yeah,
that.
that was
So yeah,
me.
Accrington. I can't even say the name. How you say it?
Accrington Stanley.
Accrington Stanley.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. So you said you train Monday to Friday?
Yeah,
Or-
twice. So we'd be in on a Monday morning, train in the morning, have our dinner, train in the afternoon, go
Wow.
home, same again. And that was basically
Damn,
the way it was.
That's
You know what?
Yeah.
At the time, you
Good
take it
setup
for
there.
Yeah, obviously not the most. You haven't got the most money. They're
Right.
in League Two, pushing. They actually got promoted to League One.
Oh, okay.
When we were there. So yeah, just a good set of lads. You know,
Love
not
that.
the most professional of
Yeah.
environments
Yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of the facilities, but you know, you make the best of what you've got.
Still
don't
a good
you?
level
And
though.
it's-
Yeah.
yeah.
100%.
The club was still ran well, and you know,
Beautiful.
they were probably. At the time, you probably take it for granted what you're doing, and only now that you're a little bit older and you look back, you realise,
Yeah.
you know, there was some good days.
Yeah,
then,
love
and-
that. So
yeah.
and then after that, did you play senior football there or?
No, so basically at 18, I was training with the first team in my second year from 17 to 18 most days, and I got on the bench a couple of times for the first team in a couple
Wow.
of the cups.
Yeah.
And I actually played against Liverpool.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, probably the highlight of my 2 years.
What year was that?
2018, 17, 18.
Yeah.
Joe Gomez.
Okay, you versed him.
You play against Joe Gomez.
Yeah, well, I played against the whole team, but it was his
Oh,
first
wow.
game back from his knee injury.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, yeah.
So
yeah.
our first team got invited into Melwood
That's sick.
to play them
Yeah.
That's amazing.
on the Sunday. It was international duty at the time. On the Saturday, our first team played, and one of the players got injured. So
Oh,
I got a call Sunday morning
nice.
to
Nice,
come
man.
and play. So
Yeah.
end up played left back, marked Harry Wilson, and then into
Yeah.
the middle for 10-15 minutes and marked Emre Can.
Emre
Oh,
Can.
Emre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Who do you
that's
Emre
a
Can
good
is
man.
deadly too.
Yeah, no, he actually
Yeah,
was
we actually
very,
got
very
beat
underrated.
5-0 on the day, but
Yeah,
you know,
it doesn't matter, man.
I didn't care, to be honest.
Yeah,
It was,
Never really matters, bro.
Yeah.
Just have that opportunity.
I said Harry Wilson, bro. That's a
Ha-
crazy
yeah,
name.
he was-
Yeah.
he was
good at
possibly
Liverpool.
good,
was good at
and
it.
he's flying now at Fulham.
Yeah,
He
he
was
is.
probably the best player at the time on the day, like
Oh,
who we
wow.
played against.
So would Harry Wilson be the best player you versed, or obviously Emre Can as well? Big
Emre
name.
Can was probably the biggest name on the pitch.
Yeah.
Obviously, he went to Juventus after that, and
Yep.
he's obviously he's the captain of Dortmund now,
Dortmund,
I
yeah.
think.
Mhm.
And so yeah,
That's
but
big.
Harry Wilson on the day he looked good.
Yeah.
And then
Good
after
player.
it, obviously we obviously got the showers and then had our dinner with the first team.
Oh wow.
Got a hug off Klopp, things
Oh,
like that.
that's
so,
sick, man. Yeah.
So yeah, it was that
That's
was
good
probably
memories,
one of the
man.
highlights.
Amazing,
Yeah,
man.
of
That's
the
good
2
memories,
years.
man. 100%.
So,
Yeah.
what was like your day-to-day routine? Like, obviously, it's way back. But I'm gonna ask you like your day-to-day routine at the Liverpool Academy. I'm not sure if you remember that much.
Well,
but-
so obviously I was only a
He's a
kid
kid,
at the
yeah.
time.
exactly.
But it was quite, 3 times a week.
Mm.
But obviously you're in school. So it was Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, place, and then friendlies over the weekends.
Yeah.
You know, going in it was in Kirby, the training ground. It's actually now the first team's training ground.
Okay.
Obviously the facilities were
Much
great,
different.
and the way
Yeah,
you were
A1.
treated, all the kit, everything.
Mm.
And we used to have trips all the time to different clubs across the country and things like that.
Yeah.
But regards to actually the routine, obviously you're in school throughout the day,
Yeah.
a train of a night, a couple of hours of a night, so probably 6 to 8 hours a week training there,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then playing on the weekends.
That's good, man.
So yeah, it was great. And then like obviously some of the players used to come in and do the coaching badges, like through coaching us.
Yeah.
Some of the first team players, and then obviously at the time in 05 we won the Champions League, we won the
Yes.
FA Cup against West Ham. So
Yeah.
obviously when they won it, they bring the trophies
Oh yeah.
Down
into
to
the
the-
training ground.
Yeah,
We
of
could
course.
get pictures with our
Yeah,
families
yeah,
and
Love that.
things like that, and even little things what I always remember. Liverpool were obviously playing in the Champions League at the time. We used to go on the pitch at half time and do a 15-minute training session.
Yes.
And also ball boying as well.
Yeah.
Oh, ball
you got-
boy.
yeah,
Oh, so
yeah,
he was a
yeah.
ball boy for one of the few of the
Yeah, a
games.
few of the Napoli. I always remember it.
Okay.
We got beat in the first leg at Napoli.
Europa League?
No, Champions League.
Oh, what year was that?
I'm not sure. Maybe might have been 06, 07. I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah.
Or even maybe 07, 08.
Yeah.
And Gerrard had a groin injury at the time, and he was on the
okay.
bench, and he came on at half time and scored a hat trick.
Is it?
And that's and we went through.
Wow.
Wow. Was that at
And,
Anfield?
at Anfield, yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember it for that really, because Gerrard scored the hat trick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
sick.
bro.
No, it was Europa League. I think it was 11-12 season. I remember.
No, I think I don't. I think you're wrong there.
Is
I
it?
think, yeah. We
I-
played
Right,
Napoli.
but he
We
was the
played.
ball boy for them,
We
bro.
played
Come on,
Napoli a
man.
few
Fair play.
times. I was at Preston when I was 11, 12. So I think between
I could be wrong,
06
to be
and
fair.
09.
I
we
could be
played
wrong.
Napoli.
But let us know if I should genuinely know. But I,
Yeah,
I
he's
swear,
definitely wrong.
I swear I remember the game. I could have swear I remember the game, but yeah, no.
Hey Tom, do you
So-
know how big of a fan he is of Steven Gerrard? Do you know that?
He's the
Is it-
mate.
is he?
He's the
Stevie J.
biggest
Hey,
fan.
He's my idol, to be
there we
honest.
go.
Yeah.
He's the, bro. He's the reason. He's one of the reasons I support. Obviously, my dad as well. But when I was about, I think it was 2014. So one of his last few seasons there, when I was first getting into football, obviously I always look for Gerrard. I always ask Dad, "Hey, did he play? Did he score?"
Yeah.
I was always my first thing I'd ask is, did
Steven
Gerrard
Gerrard.
play? And that's
Yeah,
how we
to
won,
be honest,
so-
the debate of Gerrard, Scholes, and Lampard.
Yeah.
Oh, we
I
were
don't.
having
I
that
don't
one.
even think it is a
Yeah.
debate
No, it's not.
because Lampard scores goals.
Yeah.
Gerrard can.
Yeah.
Paul Scholes, great passer,
Tackle.
scores goals. Gerrard can.
Yeah,
Gerrard can do all that and more. Dribble, tackle, defend.
yeah.
And if you put Scholes or Lampard in the Liverpool team what he played in,
No.
there's no way they'd achieved what he has.
It's true because even all the see with Lampard, Mourinho wanted Gerrard at Chelsea. He wanted him at Inter. He wanted him at Madrid.
Yeah.
I don't know Ferguson. Ferguson wouldn't have wanted Gerrard, but I think there was some talk about even Rooney said Gerrard was the best player.
It's on the
he's played it with.
overlap podcast. Gary
Yeah.
Neville approached Gerrard, didn't he, at
Yeah.
England camp, and Gerrard told him to do one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Hell no, bro. No. Yeah, I think he's definitely in that. He's definitely. There's no debating. Like as I said, like Scholes and Lampard, they've got definitely their own attributes, but
Yeah.
Gerrard just can do anything that they both can. Probably
Yeah,
if not better.
100%. He couldn't lace his boots.
No, exactly.
No.
Essentially.
Now, I have a question for you though.
Yeah.
Oh my
It was
god.
it was a running joke. It's a running joke on the pod
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he got really angry at this question.
Alright, let me
and
ask
it was
it,
funny
Because
okay.
when you won't probably you probably won't say it probably, but
What do you mean you say it properly?
Okay,
Do you
okay,
know
say
what
it.
I'm gonna say?
go on. Who's a better captain?
No. Okay. Who,
So-
who was a better player for Liverpool? Jordan Henderson, so this is like captaincy, all that, or Steven Gerrard?
As a captain. So who's a better captain?
It's the two different eras and
Yeah.
the two
Of
good
course.
captains, great
Of
captains
course,
in
of
different
course.
ways. Obviously, I'd probably say Steven Gerrard because it's Steven Gerrard, but
Yeah.
Jordan Henderson probably took a little bit of stick when it weren't probably
Yeah.
not the right. Like what I mean is he was a
Yeah.
top captain,
Yeah.
leader
agree.
on and off the pitch. Even look, he's just been called back into the England squad
That's crazy.
Yeah,
at
of
the age he's
course.
in by Tuchel
Yeah.
because of his leadership
Mm-hmm.
off the pitch. And even in the COVID times, when there was no fans, if you watch the games, all you can hear is Jordan Henderson
Yeah.
like dictating, screaming, shouting. And I think, to be honest, a top captain and probably doesn't get enough credit that he deserves.
No,
really.
underrated, but
Yeah,
he's,
very
not, he's, not,
underrated.
he's not a better captain than Gerrard, bro.
Wait, so
No chance.
so you're
No
saying he
chance.
has better leadership
Like
than
Gerrard led by example, I feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, led by example by like
Fair enough.
chase someone
Okay,
down,
fair
go
enough.
right through
Fair
them.
enough. Fair
Mm.
enough. Yeah.
When
Actions
it's
speak
tough,
louder
get
than
on the
words.
ball, score
Yeah.
a goal when it's needed. Where I think Jordan Henderson led probably
Like communication,
more like
commanding.
communication,
Yeah, I hear that,
things
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
As a
I feel
no,
that.
two
I'm
different
not.
types of captains, but I still think the two
It's two different leadership
different
styles.
leadership
Yeah,
styles.
and
Yeah,
two
100%,
different-
definitely.
two both.
That doesn't credit.
Nah, it doesn't discredit any of them,
No,
nah.
but
No,
No way.
both very
Successful,
very
yeah.
successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just want to ask you something. Obviously, you just talk about your lead up in the the academy space. Obviously,
Yeah.
Accrington, Blackburn, Preston as well.
Yeah.
What do you think about how football is run up in here? Because you're obviously in Australia now.
In Australia,
How do you reckon it's set at the minute, and what are your thoughts on it? And obviously, like, yeah, since you've come, obviously, yeah.
yeah, obviously I'm only new to Australia.
Yeah.
Came in, start of February.
Oh wow.
Started coaching, to be honest. That's
Okay.
my main job, coaching
Fair
at
enough.
academy. Prodigy Football Lab. PFL.
Okay, there we go. Big up PFL.
Yeah.
Shout them out. Sure.
Give them a follow.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's in Oakley. So
Yep,
basically, at the age of 14, that's at the time you go into full-time academy, isn't it? The likes of Melbourne City, Melbourne Victory, places like that. So there's two ways to look at it, really. It's good that they can play for different clubs, different experiences, different players, different managers. But then it also, basically, I think, if you was an academy, you're getting the best training and you're learning the same way every session. Where if you're at 3 different clubs, you know, one manager's telling you one thing, one's telling you another, one's telling you another, and it might sometimes can contradict each other.
100%.
So then kids can be left confused, really. Well, he told me to go wide, now I'm getting told to tuck in. So there's ways of looking at it. You can obviously learn from different managers and different ways of playing, or, you know, be at the best club and be taught the same way by the same person week in, week out. Regards to me, obviously, I feel like being at an academy, from a kid to a later age, probably stood me in good stead, really. Discipline, the way I play, you know, the same routine every session, doing the right things constantly. You know, they're always on your case to do the right thing. And now that I do that naturally, because, you know, you've done it from a kid, so you've got good habits on the pitch.
And then you get to obviously deliver that, because obviously you said you're a coach as well.
Basically, I'm coaching now, and that's obviously I didn't quite make it to the level I wanted to make it at, so obviously I've got the opportunity over here to coach. So I want to help the kids, really, and hopefully push a few of them on to. How was that, coach?
How's it been coaching? Is this your first? Did you coach up in England as well, or you just
no?
Is your first year coaching?
So basically, started coaching when I came here. I feel like I've done enough sessions from a kid to know a good session, a bad session. You know, different coaches over the years. So take the best from him, the best from him, the best from him. 100%, definitely. And try and become the best coach myself. And I'm really enjoying it, really. And it's rewarding, you know, seeing a kid when they first come in, then giving them advice, or why don't you try this instead? And they do it, and you see them do it, and it works.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, it's quite fulfilling.
100%,
So that's my plan. Obviously, I'm 25 now. Obviously, I still want to play for another 10 years.
Beautiful.
But the long goal is to, like, I want to be a manager or a coach.
Wow.
Probably coach. I like to coach. At a decent club for full time. That would be the goal.
Sure.
Would you look into, because obviously going back to obviously football in Australia and that, would you want to look into the direction of maybe coaching for a big A-League club or whatever, like a Western United or a Victory or a City or an NPL team like that? Like, what's your vision? Like, what do you want to do?
That's exactly the vision. To coach at the highest level I can possible, like as a full-time job, day to day on the grass with the players, maybe like an under-18s or a under-23s team, and hopefully pushing onto the staff of like a first team. Obviously, in many years, I don't want to rush anything like that, because, you know, you want experience basically. And where I'm at is a top place. You know, we coach out in Oakley now, got our own facility. I really enjoy it there. So basically, get me experience for the next few years, and then see where it takes me. Really. Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know anything?
Sure. Yeah, man. Just with obviously, it takes process with you becoming a manager and all that. But when did the idea pop into your head that just as soon as you came here?
Well, basically back home, obviously I came out of professional football, started playing semi-pro. Yeah. Obviously, you have to start working then. Working for the family business, my dad's construction firm.
Love that.
Well, I didn't love it. That's why I'm here. No,
okay.
It was okay. It was okay. But what I mean is, you don't wake up every morning and you don't wake up and want to do it. You're just doing it to get paid.
Just get
so
stable.
And you know, since a kid, and I watch every game on the telly. I love football. That's my only real passion really that I've got. So like, so a couple of my mates back home, my lads who I won the league with a few years ago at League, Tom Scully, he coaches. And so used to go down and watch him do a little bit of coaching, thinking, you know, there's no reason why I can't do this as well, and make it a profession really. So then I've got family out here in Australia, and they know a couple of the owners of Prodigy Football Lab and things like that. Yeah, right. So the more I was thinking about Australia, because I wanted to change and I wanted to like better myself and do more. Really, where I'm from, you know, lovely people, great place, but I didn't want to settle for just an average life of like
Fair play.
a 9 to 5. And there's nothing wrong with it.
No,
right?
100%. Yeah.
It's the hardest thing to do in the world is go to work every day and provide things like that.
Yeah.
But I felt like I wanted more out of life, and I want to make my family proud. So
Love that.
I felt the best way to do that was to move away from where I'm from.
Of course.
And look for more, really, and try and make more of myself.
It's always good to change your environment, especially when you're trying to grow.
Yeah.
That change
Obviously,
can really help.
I came into like basically not going into it too much, but the same routine for the last few years. Probably go to work, train of a night, play of a Saturday, go out Saturday night, feel like shit Sunday, Monday. By the weekend, feel good again, go out, and ended up in a bit of a cycle and a bit of a rut, and I didn't want that for the rest of my life, and you could have easily, can easily go down that path.
You be going out like that when you was there,
Yeah, I was out most weekends, basically.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, you play Saturday afternoon, you win a couple of pints after the game, and it's like, where are we going now?
True.
And obviously, young lad, you can do that, but
slowing down a little.
Yeah, and I can't do it forever. So I wanted more, and I wanted to change my ways, and so that was some.
It's good you had that realization. Most people don't get that.
I needed the realization. Really, I needed to change a little bit.
Going off on that, obviously, I just want to ask you. Moving on. I just want to move a little bit away from football at the minute, but obviously, you was telling me about how you said you're going out and stuff. Obviously, being in Australia, what's like been your maddest experience out here in the nightlife?
Nightlife.
I just want to hear about this because it's a fascinating.
Whether I can say it on the camera or not.
Oh shit! Oh, like that. Oh shit!
Hey, Tom going crazy.
Tommy going crazy.
Nah, for real.
No, to be honest, I've not.
Nah, Scousers love it, man. We had.
You know what? We've got a bit of a reputation, and to be honest,
go on.
Over here, I've probably been, well behaved.
Because when we had I was telling we had the guy from South London, HP, big up HP.
Yeah.
He was saying apparently like Liverpool's got it's got like the best going out best nightlife, but obviously
you can't beat a good night out in Liverpool.
What would you compare it to? Obviously Melbourne, it's not comparable, innit?
No, it's different. It's just it is different. I mean, I like both, obviously. Don't mind a night out, but no, to be honest, Liverpool's a better night out. Even like the music and things like that is more my style than the music back home. And
what's the type of music?
I like a bit of everything, to be honest. But I like all the old school dance music. Like what my mum and dad grew up to listening to and all that. And
Sprinkler.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sprinkler.
The sprinkler.
Do you know what that is?
What?
Okay.
I don't know what he's on.
No, I don't know it either. But
what? How do you guys not know that? Bro?
What are you on about?
Nah,
is that a group or something?
Nah, it's a tragic dance move. Bro.
Oh, is it?
Back in the day, yeah.
Oh, that
one. We used to do it back in the day.
So basically, just all the music. My mum and dad growing up partying.
Pop music and that.
That their type of music,
Yeah, 100%. That's the best type of music. Back in the old school.
Yeah, the old school type of stuff. So
you're definitely old soul then.
Yeah,
100%. Who would be your favorite? Who's your favorite musicians like growing up there?
Lionel Richie?
No, not that. Like,
wait, he's only 24, man.
No,
25.
but he's old soul. He likes old soul.
He's 5 years older than us,
No,
but old soul doesn't mean.
Yeah, no. To
be honest, I don't.
Time much.
That's a Lionel Richie.
No, not Lionel Richie. I don't know. To be honest, it's just different. My dad obviously. Obviously, my granddad loved the Beatles. Obviously,
big up from Liverpool and that.
My dad, he liked U2, people like that. So
okay.
I don't mind a bit of anything. I don't really actually have a favourite musician. Really, depending on your mood, and it depends what you listen to.
First,
So I'm that type of person.
100%,
really.
100%.
Yeah.
Obviously, being football as well, in the football space, what would have been like your gym routine as well? Did you used to go gym? Yeah, are you in the gym that much?
Not as much as I should. I've never really been a gym person.
Yeah.
I do me running. I like to run. But probably could be a bit more disciplined in a gym routine, really.
So how far do you usually run?
Do 5 and 10 Ks, really.
Wow. Yeah, that's what you need to do.
So I'd probably do 1 or 2 a week. 2 a week and train twice, 2-3 times a week.
Yeah, man.
Probably should get some gym sessions in. Go through stages with the gym. Like back home, I'd have my headset on things, and I'd be in the gym 2-3 times a week doing classes, and then for a month, and then I'd have a month. I'd probably go in twice in the month. Then I'd go again 3 times a week. I was just never consistent with it. I'd rather just have the ball at my feet, to be honest.
Yeah, nice.
But the way the game's going now with athleticism and things like that, you for any young kid out there, you want to get your gym working, really.
Yeah, right, 100%.
Definitely.
So now going off that, so then like, what would you be advice to the younger players coming up?
100%.
You know,
Obviously
especially
being in
here
that
or
space
back
as
at
well.
home.
Yeah. What would you say
Obviously,
to the fans?
there's obviously ups and downs. You're gonna have plenty of knockbacks, and you've got to be strong, and basically go and prove the person who's just said you're not good enough or you're not at the level. Go and prove them wrong. Basically, you know, it will get hard. Yeah. And it's what you've got inside. It's a lot of it's what you've got in your heart and your head, really. You know, have you got the grit? Have you got the determination to keep going when you do get knocked back? So and obviously, as a young kid, just to absorb as much as you can. Really, take as much in. Don't be scared to ask questions. Yeah. You know, the younger you learn good habits,
100%, the
better you'll be when
that's
you're
even
older.
like, that's in real life as well. Not even just football.
Yeah,
like
that's
in real life, that's a good. It's definitely a quality that a lot of young players need, especially the people that we know. Obviously, growing up, it's good to have build good habits from young. So you would once you get to a certain age, you have that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I like how you brought that. I like how you touched upon that.
I think that's why I asked like every guest we come on here that question, because it relates a lot to real life.
No, 100%. Football is life in the sense as well.
Any sport. Just learning from your losses, just having that determination, that discipline to get back.
Gives you good
just
life
keep on
goal.
going, no matter what anyone says, whatever happens, just gotta be true to yourself, true to your goal, man, your purpose.
Yeah, man. Definitely. I like how you touched up on that.
I appreciate you saying that, man.
Yeah, man. 100%.
Sure. Just going back to obviously living in Liverpool, obviously growing up there, coming here. Yeah. What's the how's the differences between Liverpool and Melbourne as a city, or as
okay, yeah.
Well, I live just outside Liverpool. I'm classed as a wool.
Oh, is it?
I'm from Skem, place called Skem.
Skem, okay, big up Skem. Big up the Skem people there. Skemmy, is that what you said?
Yeah, Skelmersdale it's called.
Okay, there we go.
So about 5 minutes down on the motorway from Liverpool. But obviously the weather is different. It's
of course.
It's colder here.
I've not seen the Melbourne winter yet. I keep getting told that it does get cold, but
surely
it can't be as cold as Liverpool.
No.
Because England's cold.
England is cold.
It's freezing.
Everyone
it's dark when you wake up. It's dark, wet.
Yeah.
You come home from work or you go to footy. It's dark and wet.
It's the same here, but it's
definitely
colder.
When
it's definitely colder back there.
30 odd degrees when I came.
Summer though, isn't it?
No,
but once it gets to winter,
but we've not really had much. There's not cold weather yet. It's still.
This
is still short and
t-shirt
back home.
You came the past couple of years, bro. It was cold.
Yeah, no.
Most of the year was cold.
Yeah, no, 100%. But how is it? Yeah, so how is it living in obviously Melbourne? You live by the city, right?
I'm living in St Kilda now.
St Kilda.
So basically, my auntie Rachel and my uncle Kev and my 2 cousins, with them living here, I moved straight into their house when I came. If it weren't for them, I'd probably have stayed at home another couple of years before I came. Then things. In 2 years' time, I might not have wanted to come then. They give me the chance to come out earlier. Obviously, not having to find a place straight away. Lived in their house. They let me get on my feet, get set up.
Love that.
Helped me with a job. They obviously got me the coaching job. Things like that, you know. So couldn't really thank them enough. Really, they've made it possible, made it happen. Now I'm on my feet. I've moved to got an apartment in St Kilda with one of the lads I play footy with, Jack.
Hey, big up Jack. Yeah.
You know, top goalie Jack, and top lad as well. So it's.
Did you verse him have you versed him before when you was younger, Jack?
No, he's a little bit older than me, Jack. He's been out here 6 years. So we would have missed each other really, but so basically, how that came about, he was living with a lad. So Jack was actually the first person I met in football over here.
Okay.
So I walked into the dressing room and he was the one sat there. English lad, got speaking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Turns out a month later I'm living with him.
That's crazy.
So the lad he lived with has gone to Perth. So I took over, basically came in and
substitute type shit.
Couldn't write it really.
Lucky break, man.
Yeah, because that was a thing that was what was finding tough, really. You know, you got to go out and meet people that you don't know and try and live with them.
I hate you talk about this too.
Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather live on my own or live with someone I know. I'd not want to,
Sure.
like, especially if people live in different lives to you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to coach, play football, and you've got a backpacker who is partying every night, coming back, you know, it's not going to work, is it? So you want someone similar to you, and yeah, it worked out perfect, really. You couldn't write it, so.
So how do you find the people here then, man?
Yeah,
Are they
yeah,
friendly? Like, you
Yeah,
work them out?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
No, honestly, it's good. Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone's welcomed me.
Love
I've not
that,
really
man.
had any
Sure, man.
issues at all
Beautiful.
with anyone. So yeah,
Everything's all good, man.
all good.
Love
Things
that,
are
man.
looking good. Yeah.
Bro.
Nah, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Elite.
Nah, I'm glad you enjoy this. I'm glad you enjoy living here, man. Because I feel like obviously the more you live here, you'll see how culturally diverse, how accepting everyone is.
Yeah, 100%.
We all look out
that
for
is
each other.
that is a
Yeah.
big thing that I didn't expect, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't actually didn't realize how many different types of cultures
Nah,
and
for real.
religions and things that
100%.
you know, you don't, from where we are, you just think it's like, you know, Australians and the English, you know.
Yeah.
It's obviously
Different.
such a diverse city and country, to be honest, which is good, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
know,
of
100%.
course.
It's good to have
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Bro,
Yeah.
He's a elite, bro.
Yeah, no,
That
top guy,
hey,
man.
the accent's so sick. Like it's actually so sick to hear him talk. Like, because we've had a guy from London, we've had a guy from obviously Australia. Scouts like it's it's an underrated accent. Like
Of course,
you see how
man.
everyone
It's not liked by many.
Yeah,
Back
do
Yeah,
you
no,
want to
everyone-
talk about that? How people talk
everyone
about the
hates
accent?
everyone
Talk
hates the
about
Scouse
that.
accent, man.
You want to talk about that?
If you look at every TikTok video online, they're like, what's the worst accent in the UK?
accent.
No, accent. This guy's from Birmingham. I don't know how they speak over there, bro. But like,
Yeah.
always,
No, no, tell
everyone's
us about
always
that,
saying
They
Liverpool.
hate us because they want to be us.
Is it? Yeah.
I think that's
all
the,
it
I
is.
think it's
They
the
wanna
best
be us.
explanation, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it like with the
Best
short?
night out, the best football
Yeah.
team, the best girls, you know, they
Oh,
want to be
let's
us.
go,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, so what is
Okay.
it? What is it like with obviously the Australian girls? What do they think about the accent? Do they not like it? Or are they actually
Oh,
onto
they
it?
must get on
I've
to
had
that.
a little, like, I've had a mixed opinions, really.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some of them like it, some of them can't understand me.
Mysterious.
So you've got to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah.
The ones who can't understand, you know, try and speak a little bit slower. If not, then
Yeah, I think the ones that
Go
don't
on,
understand
do
you
you
a
know what I mean?
bit
Give them
slow
the boot.
themselves, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but
no.
But,
can you try the Australian accent then?
good day, mate.
Oh,
G'day,
G'day, mate. Yeah.
G'day, mate.
I
100%. 100%.
feel that. I feel
Yeah,
that,
man.
man.
Hey, right, real quick, I just want to move on to obviously Champions League.
Champions League
Premiership's on
football,
tomorrow,
man.
so I'm gonna get Ethan, the producer, behind the camera. Ethan, say what's good, bro.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's happening, bro? How you been?
Yeah, good man, good.
Yeah, man. He's just come back from a trip from Bali, so we're welcoming him back for sure. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Champions League. So just give us basically who's in the Champions League semis, and then so tell us just give us some teams, and then we'll just obviously say what we think of it. So
Just predictions for the semi.
Give us the rundown.
basically.
Yeah. So what's say it to give us a rundown, brother.
Yeah, so as this is getting recorded, it's the 29th of April, so
Yeah.
Arsenal play PSG tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Give us your prediction for that one. So the first leg, obviously, it's us.
And we
At
got
the
score
Emirates?
predictions
At
too.
the Emirates, I'll go 1-1.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I
Okay.
see that. So
Okay.
are we saying who's gonna win the leg or the fixture?
I'd say just the leg to start.
Yeah,
and
we'll
then-
do.
Okay,
maybe
okay.
do
Score
fixture.
draw.
Okay.
Do both.
Okay.
Alright, so first leg is you said Emirates.
Yeah, at the Emirates, yep.
I'd say you said 1-1.
So
That's a
we'll
good
Score
result.
draw at home, PSG to go through over 2 legs.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
say. Yeah, I think it'll go to pens actually the second leg.
Pens, you reckon?
I think it'll be okay. So I'm gonna say Arsenal's gonna win the first. PSG's gonna win the second. Penalty shootout. Ooh, I don't know.
Arsenal haven't got the ass. They
Yeah.
bottle it. Yeah.
You think they'll bottle it? Yeah.
Bottle jobs.
But then
Oh.
but then PSG as well though. PSG can be bottled.
No, I think the
semi-finals.
I like the team. There's no like
There's no star.
no.
Yeah,
they're a
because
team.
they're all gone.
Luis
Yeah, proper
Enrique's
team,
got
ain't
them
it?
playing.
Because
well,
when they had
Luis
Messi,
Enrique.
Mbappe, and Neymar,
Yeah,
they
it was a
couldn't
team
gel.
of
Yeah.
individual superstars, and yeah, I like the way they play. Yeah.
The only star player they have is Dembele. but-
Dembele,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right
But
about
they're
he's
all-
not he's not like
Nah, he's not like
He's
that.
not big.
Yeah.
No.
yeah, he's not
I'm
big
gonna
time,
say-
is he?
I think Arsenal's gonna win on pens.
You think Pens by Arsenal?
Yeah. So you said.
What are you saying, Jacob?
Yeah,
I'm
man.
saying first leg 2-1 Arsenal. Arsenal go through.
Yeah.
So
You think
so-
Arsenal's gonna win? Go for
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I think it'll be close,
Mm.
but Arsenal will be like draw in the second leg, but
It'd be mad to see Arsenal in the
I think
final,
Arsenal
actually,
will
like an
go
English
through,
club, obviously. But yeah, I say we're saying Arsenal, you're saying PSG. That's
I
good,
want
man. Let's see
PSG.
how the
Arsenal.
game goes. So
Like, I don't want any other English club to ever win.
oh, you don't want Arsenal to win the
Certified
Champions
hate
League?
watch.
No.
Yeah, if it's not Liverpool, no.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
fair.
fair
Yeah,
enough,
no, I hate
fair
it. I like
enough,
that.
fair
Yeah, yeah.
What about you, Ethan? Who do you reckon who's got that? Who do you reckon's got that? Obviously, you're asking us.
I'm going PSG.
PSG as well. Okay, so it's
okay.
2-2. All
Yeah,
right.
2-2.
Let's see what happens, man. And then next one is Barca and who else?
Inter Milan.
Barca and
Barca and Inter Milan. So where's the first leg? Is that Inter's ground?
No, it's at Barca. In Barcelona.
Okay.
I go Barcelona.
Barca to go first.
Just obviously the eye ties are not always defensively solid, but
Inter's good too, though. Solid defense.
I think I'll just edge Barca in that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I want Inter to win, but I think Barca will win that one.
Yeah.
I want Inter to win because I like Inter, man. Like,
See,
I think the last time they played each other in the Champions League semi-final, obviously it's a while ago, but going based off of that, I'd like Inter to repeat that same semi-final story.
I'm not a lover of the eye ties, mate. I like
The eye ties, what's that?
the Italians, like
Oh,
the
okay.
eye ties.
Fairs.
Like,
Why is
just
that?
The Euros, isn't it? No, not even
no,
the Euros.
no, just
The
like
Euros.
defensively, like
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
get
how
me
they
wrong,
defensively.
they're,
Yeah, no, I hear that.
yeah, like always rolling around on the floor, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
bit of shit
Italian.
housery. So, no, I'd rather the Spanish. yeah.
So
I
I
love the
think-
way Barca play. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I know
fairs.
they're slightly changed now from under
Yeah.
Guardiola, but
Of course.
tiki-taka and the way they play.
So you wouldn't have liked Italian. Oh, he's not Italian, but you wouldn't have liked like Mourinho's football or stuff.
No,
Nah, not even at Madrid.
Mourinho.
Not even at
No,
Madrid when he scored
no.
the most goals in the league or something. Oh, towards the end, yeah, he was
Towards
getting
the
more
end,
defensively.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they
100%.
just, I want to watch good football. Me, like, do you know what I mean?
So you're
Nah,
saying
I
you're saying Barcelona's got
I
that
want,
leg.
yeah, Barcelona PSG
Yeah.
final.
So you reckon will win the whole thing then? You
Yeah,
think
can I have my
Barcelona?
prediction or what?
Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry.
What's happening, bro? Let me get my
man.
prediction out
I
there.
thought you said. I thought you said your.
Nah, man. I
Go
think
on.
first leg 2-0 Barca and then Barca will go through.
Two leg, but
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so we're all saying.
Do you know
Barca.
what? It's a flip of a coin in the final, really.
Who do you reckon will win the
Really
actual
is.
final? PSG Barca. But
Barcelona Arsenal would be amazing though.
yes.
Come on.
Forget Arsenal.
Yeah, I think just hated, but
Guys, I hate.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
I hear
yeah.
that. Like he doesn't want any other English to come to
Yeah.
him. No. Yeah, go on.
I don't know, to be honest. Go Barcelona. I've got a
Barcelona?
soft spot for Barcelona, yeah.
Fairs
Nah, I'd say Barca too.
to win the Champions League
Yeah.
final. I want Arsenal.
If they do make it.
I think Arsenal's gonna win it.
Arsenal.
No. I lied.
What?
You got a Liverpool top on?
No. I lied. I think. I don't want Barca to win the Champions League.
Why?
But
Why?
I personally just. Nah, this is personal opinion. Personally,
That's
I
fair.
don't really like Barca. Like the whole, even like their history, like the way they got to
Are you a
certain
Madrid
finals.
fan or not? You're not
Huh?
a Madrid fan, are you?
No, I don't really like sport either. But I'd prefer Madrid.
Do you?
But
yeah.
but yeah, you're my Barca. But no, I just personal opinion how they got to certain finals, how they are in certain games. Just not really for me.
Yeah.
But
Fair enough.
Inter, that's why I wanted Inter to, because I think I'd want Inter to win, but I don't think they will. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So ideally, I'd want Inter to win the Champions League. I said that in the first few episodes. I said that. So, but yeah, I think it'll be Arsenal Barca final, and then maybe Barca would probably win that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's what I'd probably say. So and then
We'll see what happens tomorrow.
You said who? Barca to win it as
Yeah,
well.
Barca to win it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, man.
what
Just
happens,
real
man.
quick, before we obviously wrap things up, let's go back to the obviously going into coaching and managing, right? Who would you say would have been like who would you say would the manager that gave you the most advice, and who you reckon's been your best coach you've had, like when you was obviously growing up, or even coming up now as well, like
obviously then, but there's two fellas. They were at Preston, and they, you know, they were amazing coaches for me.
Yeah.
Brian O'Neill.
Okay.
Played for Celtic.
Oh wow, there you go.
And a fella called Andy Livingston. He's still actually coaching, I think, at Preston. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
So we had them for a few years, and basically the advice they gave me and the way I played at the time. Obviously, I'm small. I was only small then. He used to tell me to. David Silva was like in his, playing well at the time. He used to tell me to watch videos of David Silva.
Okay.
And basically be like a fly, like a fly in a room. So the big, you're trying to get the fly, but they're just too quick. So touch play, so no one can get close to you.
Yeah.
And
Underrated player as well, man. David Silva.
David
Silva's
Silva's hella
unbelievable player. Not
Great
the
player.
most athletic, not the
Yeah.
tallest,
Not at all.
but just gifted
Brilliant,
on the
man.
ball really. And
Yeah.
so I used to watch a lot of him, and basically that always sticks in my head. Be like a fly in a room, so people can't get. They're trying to get you, but the
Just be
ball's
that
gone
annoying
before they
player.
get there. Do you know what I mean? And we had a great team under them too.
Loved
But
that.
we were probably 2-3 years, and we didn't lose many. We used to get invited into Finch Farm, Everton,
Okay.
playing them once or twice every few months,
Mm,
and we used to hold our own against them. We had a top team.
Yeah.
A couple
right.
lads have gone on to play at a decent level in that team.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were probably my best two
Best
coaches.
coaches, yeah. In terms
as
of
a
maybe.
kid.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go. I'm interrupting.
No, that's it there.
In terms of obviously, yeah. So you're coaching. Who would have been like the best players you would have played with actually when you was
Played with,
growing
obviously.
up? Played with, yeah. So in Preston, Blackburn, Liverpool, like the ones that made it the furthest, you reckon, or
The one I
ones you
played
enjoyed
with the
playing
most
yeah,
is a
yeah.
lad called Elliot Watt.
Okay.
He's now,
I've heard of that.
yeah, he played
I've
for
signed him in career mode so many times. He's
That's a career mode.
yeah.
How old is he?
played for Salford.
Played for Salford
Oh, there we
City,
go.
Yeah,
Damn.
he's the captain of Bradford, I think. now.
Okay, there we go.
Are you transferring for Salford, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Salford.
all about the rebuilds, man. You gotta start off
He's
at the
he was a
bottom.
pro, you obviously signed for Wolves.
Yeah.
He got a pro at Wolves, didn't he? And wanted to go and play basically. So dropped down
Yeah.
and is playing now. He's
Great.
the captain in League One.
That's
Ethan
a
killed
career
me.
mode.
Ethan just killed me, bro. He just wanted to get
That's a
involved,
career
like.
Career
Yeah.
I signed him in career mode, like.
Come on, man.
That shit was funny. Yeah. So Elliot, what was his name? Elliot what?
Elliot Watt.
Elliot Watt, that's the one.
There's a couple of lads, Lewis Fenson, he's at Macclesfield. They're on
Okay.
the up. They've won. I think they've had 2 or 3 promotions in the last 3 years. They'll be probably back in the conference.
There we go.
Connie North in the probably conference in the next couple of years.
Mhm.
He's a top centre half, and
There we go.
a few lads from when we were kids really that are playing at decent levels. Yeah, so yeah, most lads are still having a go and knocking about the non-league and
Good
semi-pro.
league. It's a
getting
competitive league, man.
In England, that
very
the semi-pro level there, like
Yeah.
from the conference to the Northern Prem, West and the East.
Yeah.
Every player in that's played at some type of, majority have played some type of professional or academy football in their career.
What would the academy of What would be the equivalent of conference Northeast and all that compared to? Is that state 2, state 1? Like, how would that be equivalent to?
No, I'd probably say like the
NPL?
conference. I'd edge more NPL.
More towards
NPL
them.
one.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, okay.
And that's obviously 4 or 5 league.
That's 50 or 60.
Fifth tier in our
Yeah,
in
yeah.
English
National
football
Premier
is
League, is it?
probably the
Yeah.
NPL here, I'd say. NPL one. Yeah.
National Premier League is it called? No, not that's NPL. I mean, what's the 50
the National League, the conference, the
Yeah,
National League.
National League, that's
It
one.
changes. Probably got it changes all the time. Sponsored, you know what I mean?
Didn't
Bro.
But
HP play for
called
that
the conference.
as well?
He said he played some
National League,
step 4. Is it? Have you heard of step 4?
Step 4
What is that?
Yeah, that's probably Conference North, Conference South. So
Okay.
Yes, I think he played
yeah,
there as well. So.
5th tier, 6th tier football. I think
That's
step
decent.
four.
Okay. Still a good level.
Hey,
Like,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't matter, man.
no, 100%. Don't matter, man.
Yeah. So yeah, similar. NPL is probably the same as our national league. So
Okay.
yeah, that's alright.
yeah,
I like that. Yeah, no. So that's what I was saying. Like the national league and obviously the England. When I watch videos and shit from like when Wrexham, Wrexham
yeah,
City,
they
was
got
it Wrexham
promoted
City?
again.
Yeah, I
the
know.
other
They're
day.
in the
Again, man.
championship
Like,
now, man.
how mad
Have
is
you
that?
seen who's linked to go there?
Vardy, yes. Do you see that? That's
Say
insane.
swear.
Jamie Vardy's linked to.
Oh,
Cause
yeah,
he
I
got-
didn't
yeah,
know
he's
that.
leaving Leicester, isn't he?
yeah, but
Yeah.
he didn't say he was retiring, so he might suss
Yeah.
that. That would be
Wait, that would be
that would be
amazing.
elite. That would be
If he
elite.
comes back and brings
I-
them to the
we-
Premier
And then
League,
brings him up to
bro.
the Prem.
Oi.
Man.
I know.
But no, he's a good player, man. Like
That'd be some achievement. Them get like.
they
I
go
know
to the
they've
Prem.
got the money, obviously the backing of the Hollywood
Yeah.
fellas,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, it's don't even paying players the money. You know, they've still got to do it at the end of the day. You know,
Mm.
Yeah, man.
to get three back-to-back promotions is.
I know.
You know,
You
that-
still have to
that's
go out
so
and
much
play.
You still have to go
man.
somewhere,
Yeah.
because when
Still
they
gotta
were
do it,
Doesn't matter
haven't
about
you?
the money, bro. You still have to
Bro,
go out
when
and
when
play.
I used to watch the videos in that national league when they obviously took over, and I think they bought Ben Foster. Ben Foster,
Ben
obviously.
Foster, yeah,
Yeah,
he's got
yeah.
a podcast, hasn't he?
Oh, is
Yeah,
it? There you
yeah,
go.
he
Yeah,
does.
big up,
He
big
does,
up Ben
he
Foster,
does.
man.
He played for United though, so not. Don't
Oh
big
yeah,
him
no,
up that
don't big him
much.
up too much. Man.
Yeah.
I don't
Hey,
even.
nah,
I
big him up, man. United on top,
No,
man.
chill out. Anyway, when he was at Wrexham, yeah, I remember he had like a when they were in the National League and they
Yeah.
were going for the playoffs. I think they versus Notts County. Have you heard of Notts
Oh,
County?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Notts County.
Yeah.
They had a last minute penalty, and obviously I think
Nah, he was big for them, bro.
big,
he was
big,
big.
and he was like 40 or something.
Yeah,
And
he came out of retirement for them
just to play for
one
Wrexham,
season. Yeah,
and then they went up, and then he
Yeah, yeah.
retired.
crazy.
But yeah, it's very competitive in the national. Obviously,
Oh,
the
yeah,
National
it's-
League.
it's
It's
basically-
everywhere,
it's-
man.
The National League's professional now. Like there's
Oh, okay.
probably no team in the National League now that aren't full time.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and that's even dropping down into the Conference North now. That's more edge into like they're not professional, but they could be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
100%.
standard of the players. And it's testament to the lads, like the players playing,
course.
really looking after themselves, and you know, there's so many good players knocking about in
100%.
England,
I agree.
really,
Yeah.
yeah.
English football is like
It's-
gritty, just gotta
English
go
football
out
is
there
it's
and
elite.
just, yeah.
You think the Premier League's the best league in the world?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a true reflection on... That is world football, isn't it? Because there's so many... And that is why our leagues below probably are so strong now, because the lads who are in the Championship aren't... Because there's so many international players now in the Premier League. So all our good players at our academies at the top clubs are not quite making it in the Premier League. Have now got to drop to the Championship, drop
and
to
build
League
up.
One.
Yeah.
So then the players in them leagues are filtering down. Hence why there's so many leagues that are good now, because the Premier League's got so many international players.
It's literally literally the difference between the Championship and the Premier League. Because literally, like, when we're going through like the 3 teams that got promoted, Leicester, Ipswich, Southampton, they all just get straight back down the next season up.
It's
It's just a level. It's just a gap in it.
big,
So-
isn't
It's
it?
massive, a gap. Massive
So
gap.
do you think the English league, like football league as a whole, from top to bottom, from
Yeah.
the lowest to the highest, you reckon it's the best football league in the world?
Maybe not
I'd say
trophy
by,
wise,
like-
but I think
I'd
player
say
No,
wise.
it's the
but
mo-
I mean
it's the
like
most-
skill and
It's the most
all that.
competitive.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
yes.
Anyone
definitely.
can beat anyone. Go and look at the Spanish leagues and
It's just
the
Madrid,
French
Barca.
league. They win every week. PSG will win every week.
Yeah.
I know Liverpool win most weeks and Man City do, but
Yes.
we can easily go and get, we don't turn up, we get turned over by Brighton, West Ham. Everyone's beating everyone,
True,
aren't they, in
true,
our
true,
league?
true.
And the same, even the lower you go, it's exactly the same,
Still
really.
exactly the
Yeah.
same.
The English football's elite, bro.
Yeah.
It is really.
It's just so
So-
competitive and
yeah, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll wrap it up.
Well,
Wrap
look
it
at-
up now, man.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, go on. You're saying?
No, just the FA Cup, Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, Aston
Yes.
Villa.
Yeah.
All
That's
in
elite.
semis.
That's insane.
You know, that's...
True.
Yeah.
I know Man City are as well, but like
Who's the final? It's City and Palace, is it?
City Palace.
There we go.
But what I
FA
mean
Cup
is,
final.
Yeah, we want Palace to win that.
I
Obviously.
really
Yeah.
want Palace to win that, man. I
Obviously.
can't
Yeah.
lie. I
Did-
can't.
by the way, just touching on that, like, did we see how empty the Man City end was?
Oh, is it?
Nah,
I know. I haven't
Wembley.
seen it actually. No.
Shocking.
Is it?
Yeah.
Man, they ain't got no fans, man.
No, I know.
They've got
So-
hit-
You
some
see,
here and
they
there.
all
but-
ran away when they're not winning, innit?
Especially-
Crazy.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
Nah. Hey, yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. It was a good episode, man. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you, lads. Thanks.
Big up Tommy, man.
Of course,
Sure.
man. Appreciate
Sure,
it.
man. Make sure you follow.
Ethan, thanks, mate.
Oh yeah, Ethan. Big up Ethan, obviously, for sure.
Of course, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Be sure to follow up Ethan. Tom on his socials as well. Put the link in the bio
Yeah.
and the description.
Man.
Thanks for having us on, bro. Be
No
sure to
worries,
obviously
boys.
Of course.
suss him out,
Yeah,
and
man.
obviously our rest of our channel. Any last words, bro?
Yeah, man. Just make sure to follow us on all platforms at the Just Something Podcast, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. Make sure you tap in all behind the scenes clips. All that will be on there, so you
Facts.
can follow up even if you don't watch the full video.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, man.
thanks,
Yeah, man.
lads.
See you on the next
Pleasure.
one.
Of course,
Take care,
man.
guys.
Yeah,
Thanks.
man.
Cheers, boys.